Raise your hand if you have titled your note paper, Surface Area of Cylinders. Nice. What's a cylinder?
It's a circle.
Huh? A circle? Like these, right? Cylinders. We've got cans. We're wrapping for pretend. It's a concept check. So if I highlight just this part of the circle, what is it?
Circumference.
Say it again, what is it? Circumference. If I highlight this part, what is it?
Area.
That's totally the area. Today's formula is putting together area and circumference. Can you handle it? So today's intense formula is both of those together because, do you agree it has two circles on it? Yeah, so we're going to use these circle formulas. Here we go. This right here, concept check. What is this called?
Net.
It's a net. Good job. Remember I confessed to you that last year's CRT, it just asked what that's called. That's called a what, guys?
Net.
A net. Okay, look at that net. But do you agree that it's a rectangle? Okay, I have a question for you. Let me go back to. So this around the can, do you know the L word name for it? Like if it's literally a can you're looking at the store. What's the name of this piece of paper? A label. Do you agree that the label is going to be a rectangle? But look inside of that. What did I call that? Can you see it? Those of you who are close.
Lateral surface.
That's how I remember it. I think label, lateral surface. Label, lateral surface. They both start with a. Okay. It's a little bit intense. That's what we're going to use today. The great thing is you are more than welcome to use calculators, and I'll show you how to be so nice. Right here. Bases. What shape is the base of a can? I agree with Bailey. It's totally a circle. How many circles are there, though? That's why there's a 2 right there, because there's 2 circles. All right, and then area of the lateral surface, it's this, right? So our lateral surface is the label. You've got to remember that. It's going to come up later. Let's practice this. What I want you to do first is write the big on your note paper. I'm going to stretch this out so I can write it. Okay, are you ready? Pens ready? Pencils ready? So there's 2 circles on the bottom. That's how I remember it starts with a 2. Oh, I have a question for you. Right here it has an S. What does S stand for? Okay. Stands for surface area. We usually do SA. That's surface area, but S, same thing, right? Surface area. So write it down. You're going to need the formula. S equals 2. Whoa. Board. Calm down, board. All right. 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. I know it's intense, right? We can use our calculators. You'll be fine. What does the R stand for? What does the H stand for? Height. Height of what? Okay, the cylinder. So right here in this example, the 4 is what? Nice. 4 is the radius. And then 3 is the height. Okay, first, I want you to draw a net. Take this apart, draw a net. Go for it. Here we go. I already put an example on the board. How many of you have something close to that net? Yeah? If you want to make it fantastic, put in your radius on both circles, and then put in your height right there. It'll take like 10 seconds. Thank you for trying the net. Okay, now we're going to use the formula. But all I want you to do first is calculators down. You're just going to write this part down, and then we'll use the calculators. Okay, let me change up the colors. So our formula is right here. So we're going to do S equals question. See how it's 2 and then pi and then r squared? What's going on with these 3? Okay, just remember your timing. So 2 times pi times what's the r? Radius. What's the radius in the picture? 4 times 4 times 4. Will you write that down, please? You got it? Okay, then plus, I'm just following the formula perfectly. 2 times pi. All right, next is the radius. What's the radius in the picture? Perfect, it's 4. And then h, what does h stand for again? What's the height in the picture? Okay. Don't do it yet. I'm going to show you how you can be nice with your calculators. Your calculators don't know order of operations, and right here in this formula, you are supposed to times this first, and then times this, and last add it. But your calculator doesn't know that. So here's how you tell your calculator to do it. It's all about the parentheses. You put what you want in parentheses. Can you find the parentheses on your calculator?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to add to our formula. We're just going to type it in. Put a parenthesis. And now your 2 times, I'm going to let you use the pi button today. Do you know where it is? Okay, push that pi button. Times 4 times 4, because it's radius squared. Okay, you need something right here. Do you know what you need after that second 4? Vivi, what do we need? You need the end parentheses, so put an end parentheses. Then plus. But now you need something after the plus. Do you know what? Parentheses. And then 2 times pi button times 4 times 3. You need something. End parentheses. And then hit your equal button and your calculator does everything for you. So nice. Do you already have it there? What is it? 0.929. Guys, let's always round to the hundreds. So 929, Xander, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't it 0.93? If we round to the hundreds every time? Oh wait, what did we find? We found area, right? So with area, what do we do with the units? Square. So let's put 135.93 millimeters squared. Okay, that was our first example, our first try with the calculators. How many of you got the very first one? Your first try, you got same as Xander? You did? Fantastic. Okay, can I show you another trick with your calculator? I don't think you guys use this as much as you can. Okay. First, I'm going to write down the formula. So we've got surface area equals 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Okay, do you have that on your scratchy board so you can reference it? Okay, I have a question for you first. Calculator's down. This part of the formula covers which part of the net? Do you know? Oh, will you write that on your scratch paper? This is covering the circles. So if you ever, that'd be like the weirdest present ever. But if you have to wrap like the top and the bottom, you would just use that part of it, right? Okay, well if that's covering the circles, what's this part covering? Yeah, the label, right? The square, the rectangle, so that's the label. Do you remember the math word for label though? Yeah, you got it, lateral surface. Will you write that down? So if you ever get a question that says just cover the lateral surface, all you have to use is this part of the formula. Pretty convenient, right? Okay, now that we know that, let's just start applying our formula. So right here, the 3 in number 5, what is that? That's the radius, that's the r. What's the 2? Height, h. Okay, so we've got surface area. You can just do this part on your calculators. Are you ready? What needs to come first? Parenthesis. Then what? Then what? Then what, Dane? Keep going. How many 3's though, guys? 2 of them because you got a square. Everybody should be typing this literally in your calculators. And then end parentheses plus 2 times pi button times radius 3 times height 2 and parentheses. Everybody practice this. You're going to use your calculators like crazy today. Okay, Dane, keep going. What'd you get?
I got 94.24.
25? Yeah. Thanks for rounding to the hundreds. Feet squared. Were you going to do a Greek statement on that surface area of the cylinder? Okay, I just showed you. I was going to show you a trick. Are you ready for the trick? On your calculators, push the up button. What happens when you push that button? Okay, this is convenient because then you don't have to type in the same formula over and over and over. Shoot. If you cleared it, you gotta type it in. Okay, now push the left and right buttons. What do the left and right buttons do? You can go on top of them. So right here, we don't want this exact formula. We're gonna have to change stuff, right, for number 6? Number 6, we have to change the 3's. Be careful on number 6. What are you gonna change your 3's to? I heard 4's and I heard 1's. Which one is the radius? 1. So go on top of your 3 and type in a 1. How many of you have a calculator that works? Does that work? Okay, but you still have to change another part, right? We have to change the 3's and the 2's to what and what? Does it matter which one you put first? Technically we're multiplying, right? Okay, change it. And then hit the equal button. Courtney, what'd you get? 31. Thanks, round to the hundreds. 42. How many of you use the shortcut and you agree with Courtney? Let me see. Nice. Try number 7. Use your calculators. Go. You should be typing this in. Go, go, go. Okay, so number 7 is the exact same formula. So we've got to change these. The radius on this one. Number 7, what's the radius? Good job, 7. So these have to become 7s in our formula. And then radius times height, so 7 times 5. Okay, raise your hand if you have done this, Gabe. What'd you get?
I got
527.52. Thanks, round to the hundreds. How many of you agree with Gabe? Did you get the same thing? 2 of you agree? How many of you got something close? Did you get something close? Is that a rounding issue? Cameron, what did you get?
I got 527.8.
0.8?
Yeah,
How many of you got?
0.78.
How many of you got 0.8? Yeah? Okay, let's change that to 0.8. We'll call it good. Thank you! How many of you think you'll use that shortcut tool? Yeah? You are more than welcome to. Okay, the next example. Okay, find the 2. This one. Look, your directions have changed. It says find the what? Okay, lateral surface area. Do you remember which part of the formula to use then? The second part. Do you know what the second part was though? Alright. You shouted that out. Make sure I do this right. So the lateral surface is just the 2 pi RH, right? Okay, let's do this then. So lateral surface. Are you okay if I call it LS?
Yeah.
Lateral surface, LS. For number 11, 2 times pi times, what's the radius in number 11? 10. What's the height? Okay, do it. Grab your calculators. Man, you're fast. Zach, what'd you get? 0.99. That would be feet squared. How many agree with Zach? Did you get the same? Okay, let's try number 12 then. Just lateral surface. We only have to do part of the formula. So lateral surface, LS. 2 times pi times, what's the radius in number 12? Perfect. What's the height? Okay, grab your calculators, type it in. Alan, what is it? 0.19. This one's inches squared. Would we have to kick it up to 0.2? Yeah? Okay. Thanks for being careful rounders. I appreciate it. Down. Thanks for your help. Okay, last one is trying to trick you. Dayton, what's tricky about this one?
It's the diameter.
It's the diameter. Yes! He said it's the diameter, not the radius, so we have to split it in half, so use 7, not 14. So do 2 times pi times the radius, which Dayton noticed is 7, times the height, which is 2. Dayton, way to not be tricked. Oh man. Alright, Jalen, what'd you get? 0.96. How many got the same thing on that? How many of you are okay back and forth? Surface area, lateral surface. You okay with the differences between the two? Okay. Let's see. You could round up to 88. That's okay. This question. Which paper is used for the label on the can of peas? If you're just looking for the label, what's the word in math? Lateral surface. Can you handle it? Okay, last example. So lateral surface, 2 pi RH. So 2 times pi. What's R in this picture? Nice. What's H? Okay, all right. We're literally covering the label, right? Kylie, what'd you get?
I got 12.57.
57. Now what's the units on this, guys? Inches, and we're finding area, so it should be. Okay. Next, open your books. Start your assignment. Okay, top of page 148. Write down your 2 formulas so you remember. Surface area is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi RH. And then remember that lateral surface area is just 2 pi r